Claressa Shields is responding to the claims that Papoose spent Christmas with his wife, daughter, and brother, rather than with her. Because Papoose was with Remy and their kid, there were reports circulating the day after Christmas that Claressa Shields spent Christmas by herself once more. As you are already aware, she received a lot of criticism because in any case, people don't like Claressa with Papoose because the circumstances aren't great. Remy Ma and this dude are still wed. Additionally, even though they both say they want a divorce, they are still together and blame one another for the failure of the divorce. Not to add, these two have been dating for more than 10 years. How do you feel about Pap spending Christmas with his wife and daughter? Claressa was asked. Pap spent Christmas with his mother and family, not his ex-wife, Claressa said. You were definitely misled. This individual responded, Oh, I see. However, that is not his ex-wife. You are undoubtedly misled. She is clearly mistaken now, as Remy is not the ex-wife. These two are still wed once again. Another absurdity is that if Pap spent Christmas with his mother and relatives, then why wasn't she present? As you are already aware, she would have been the first to point out that it was a lie if she had truly spent Christmas with him. We were together for Christmas. Why weren't you present if he was with his mother and family? Claressa has already visited the mother's home for dinner, and the mother now likes her. Their mother prepared a nice lunch for them. So there are no issues or beef. Again, why weren't you present if that's the case? The math isn't arithmetic, and I'm not sure if Claressa is attempting to maintain her dignity. He did, however, purchase her some Louis Vuitton to make up for it. Take a look, everyone.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to get nothing from Louis, but I appreciate you. I wonder what this is. This box big as ever, too. Lord. Lord have mercy, don't tell me you don't got a big, gigantic purse. Like a book bag or something. Mind you, I don't have no Louis, What? This is nice!
Bricks.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
Just
The gym bag?
Well, it's a duffel. So you travel.
Dad, I'll take this motherfucker to the gym. I'm putting gym clothes in here. I'm about to go to the gym Lou bag. Yo, she rich for real. Yeah, I come to the gym Lou bag. Pat about to for Christmas. That's thank you, baby. That's so cute. Thank you. And then it's one more. This is a nice bag, yo. You did not have to do that.
I love it.
Let's see what this is. Lord.
Other way.
Oh. What? Nah, bro. You ain't have to do that, bro. Wow. What?
And it matches the whole kind of
The whole thing.
Oh, I can't wait to roll my bag to the airport on a.
Oh my God.
What?
Bruh.
To get
Hold
customized.
up.
Ain't we going to Miami?
Did he throw him
But I'm about
at
to
you?
run to Miami, boy. So y'all knew my man had to come through for the baddest, for his queen. He came, Louis Vuitton travel
It's him
duffel
right
bag
there.
with the travel
and
with
it's
the.
in
Merry Christmas to the wall.
There was a lot of conjecture that Claressa purchased the presents for herself and attempted to pass them off as Papoose's. Just a day or two before he gave her these items, Claressa recorded herself buying at the Louis Vuitton store, which is why people are guessing about that. People were connecting the dots and saying things like, "Girl, we just saw you in the Louis Vuitton store. We are aware that you purchased those presents for yourself." Now, I did take the time to be inquisitive and look up the things she purchased using the receipts she shared on her Facebook. Furthermore, I must admit that those receipts did not include the 2 gifts that Papoose is said to have given her. In light of this, I must admit that it appears that he purchased those items for her, unless she purchased them and neglected to post the receipt on her page. However, it appears that Papoose was attempting to patch things up with her. However, I'm curious about your thoughts on this matter. What are your thoughts on Claressa's assertion that Papoose spent Christmas with his family rather than with Remy Ma? Do you intend to purchase it? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll speak with you later, but that's all I have for you.
Claressa wants Papoose more than she wants her career. I did this video that said that Papoose is going to have to raise Claressa Shields. And not even a week later, she's rolling around in Louis Vuitton, spreading money in a bizarre fashion. One video, he was with her. The next video, she's by herself. Then she goes home pretty much saying, my man, my man, my man. This is the beginning of a woman who's very severely insecure. And it's sad to watch because this is Claressa Shields. But in that video, I talked about men, specifically men from certain states, like now in this particular case, New York, but I'm sure it's all 50. They don't like this kind of stuff. So not knowing what to say, not knowing how to carry yourself, not knowing how to act. And because we know Claressa wants Papoose more than she probably wants her career at this point, this is going to cause her a lot of problems. I predict, though, that if she continues to act like this, I don't see them making it. Like, it's too much public embarrassment, too many pieces that are going out on her. Folks are talking about, people are jealous. No, babies, nobody's jealous of Claressa Shields. The women who are speaking up on it, the majority of ones, I'm not talking about the ones that are in the comments, the majority of people want her just to recognize who she is, go out there, whip some ass, get your belts, and then move on. But that's not what she appears to be doing. Like, she'll slide it in every now and again, but all of her conversation now is tailored around Papoose. And Papoose don't like that shit. Men don't really be feeling that. I don't know why women think that you keep yelling, my man, my man, my man, is going to excite a nigga. It just doesn't. And it speaks more about where she is mentally than anything else. I'm telling you, he's 5 seconds from telling her, keep my wife's name out your goddamn mouth. And if he does that, that'll be sad.
Y'all, Claressa Shields is overly hated, and we gotta talk about it. The level of scrutiny that she deals with online, she had to deal with that before she had the fame and money to cope with that. If you didn't know, she had a really, really rough upbringing, and she's always needed to defend herself. So it would make sense for her to always need to be preemptively defensive, And you gotta think about it. Every time she comes online, people are always coming at her, whether it's about her not being one of the greatest women fighters in history, and she is, or if they just do something simple like attack how she looks. And they do that a lot, and that's crazy because she's beautiful, and I don't understand. Or they might talk about how she talks. And you gotta understand, she's had a career being hit in the head, bro. All of them, they just kind of talk like that. That's how they are. And I want to bring up Papoose real quick because the nigga's at least 15 years older than her. So she wasn't rich growing up, but she did eventually become her family's breadwinner. So she's kind of used to having leeches. And I don't want to call her family leeches, but she's talked about certain people in her family using her before. She said that. Papoose being around her and not really doing much, it's just something she's been accustomed to. So she's not even thinking about some shit like that.
Claressa Shields, the more you try to push Remy Ma out the equation, the more she stands out in your equation, okay? Because you can control what you respond to, and she can't control it, y'all. Like, a lot of people in the comment section of that recent post about where Papoose was for the holidays, well, I guess that triggered her because she felt the need to defend her man, and also in that same sentence say that's his ex-wife. Well, y'all, let me know in the comment section, has Remy Ma and Papoose finally got a divorce? Has that been finalized? Because the last time I checked, I don't recall that ever being handled. Ever. Like, I think they're still legally married. So, unlike Yandy and Mendeezy's, them two were really locked down. For real.